Good evening, friends. Chad here, Colorado Giants. I know, but I just say it every time at this point, so I'm going to keep on saying it. If you're new to the channel, my name's Chad. My family and I, we grow giant things like that bushel gourd right over there, and I'm going to tell you about it. This is our first real weekly update in a while. We're going to be at about 10 minutes long, so buckle up and stay tuned. Here we go. So it's been a kind of productive week, week of frustration the week before, but productivity has been on the increase. I'm super excited. I got my Volkswagen Bug back. If you don't know, that had a bit of a fire, so took it to the shop. They fixed it. It's great. Insurance money. I don't think I've showed you guys this, but this is my bushel gourd patch for the year. I didn't mean to start a bushel gourd patch, but there's one of my bushel gourds that I was trying to grow, and then I just kind of rototilled this area, and in doing so, I rototilled some seeds into the ground, and they have sprouted. So I have bushel gourd plants. I've been keeping this somewhat weeded. I have not watered this at all. And the interesting thing is that these are, the bushel gourds come from Africa, so they're kind of an arid species. I haven't fertilized these. I haven't watered these. We've gotten a few bouts of a little bit of hail. Chickens are pecking at them, but I'm just going to let them go. I'm going to let them go, do their thing. If we get some really long spells without water, I will probably water them, and then I'm also going to bring out some calcium nitrate and just, give them a little nudge in the right direction, because I can't help it. It's what I do. But all in all, I mean, for plants that are, have gotten no love and attention, they're doing good. They're starting to form vines. So I'm growing bushel gourds this year after all. So let's go check out the next thing. Up next, we have a few cool things, but first, make sure you subscribe, hit that little button down there, and hit the little bell so that when I post a video, you get a notification and you watch it, because we got some cool things going on. This is the turkey coop. My wife and I I don't know if you can see them back there. We got a bunch of Royal Palm turkeys, and we want to keep them separate from the chickens, so this is going to be the turkey palace. We're working on that. We really need to get it done, but we don't have a lot of free time. This is the pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern pumpkin and watermelon patch that I think I've featured in previous videos. Other than needing a little bit of weeding, I really haven't done anything. And today I did. I tossed down a little calcium nitrate, which looks like got dissolved into the ground pretty good, because like this one's a little yellow, that one looks really good, which that was the plant that I thought was going to die. But I'm just kind of training these all in the same direction. We got some watermelons, more watermelons. Each one of these are like a seedless watermelon, so each one has two plants in it. One's the pollinator, one's the melon. I've really not grown very many watermelons in my day, so I want to say that these look really small and kind of puny, but heck if I know. We can do some weeding right here. Zucchini plants, and I'll show you the garden, then we'll go check out what everybody's here for. Yes, the giant pumpkins. But the garden's looking pretty good. Hopefully everybody has a little COVID garden. Well, I started this last year, which if you've been on the channel, you would see that. Garlic and onions. Probably about time to harvest the garlic. We've been pretty good on harvesting, but tomatoes are going wild. All of our peppers, tons of peppers in here, tons of tomatoes, more peppers. These are the Jack Be Little pumpkin. So here we go. Oop. So got a bunch of little tiny pumpkin plants, and I'm just putting this like every other day. I'll come out when it's warm, and I'll weave it through the trellis. Same with these tomato plants. I've been just weaving them through. At the base of all these, we have we picked them this morning. Oh, here's a few more. We have different types of beans. Like these are dragon's tongue beans. Dragon's tongue beans. They're pretty cool, pretty tasty. Some more zucchini, some cabbages. that are starting to form heads, hopefully. If you were a real gardener and you know why this might not be forming heads, please comment below. What do we got? More zucchini, or no, rather cucumber. I'm picking a ton of cucumbers, beets, Brussels sprouts, and another watermelon that I'm growing. This is kind of fun. I'm hoping that this actually does something. Here's a teeny little watermelon. It's the same. I'm just kind of interweaving it through to have some fun with it. Let's go look at the pumpkins. So here we are in the greenhouse. We'll start in the back and work our way forward. Again, I'll give you a little bit more detail, a little bit more information here, since I haven't been getting into a whole lot of detail. If you are subscribed, you'll see that I posted a video a few days ago, I think on Saturday or Sunday, where I actually got some time to spend in here. At this juncture, I am not burying vines, spitting on the fire. However, I did arrange everything nicely, so you can see I'm taking those secondary vines and I'm wrapping them around to fill in all of my space. But this plant is just about done. It's probably got, I don't know, 50 square feet. There's the main vine. It's almost hitting the wall. So if this is 34 feet wide, then there's like 2.5 feet, 3. So we'll say, you know, it's about 30 feet long. Yeah, looking really good. Love this plant. This is the 2005 Haste times the 1542 Urana. This was pollinated, I believe, on the 26th, and today's the 13th. So 4 plus 3 is 7. Where are we sticking here? So most of my pumpkins this year are giving me a little bit of challenge as far as stems go. So there you go. This week I'm going to get some pool noodle out and start to manipulate my main vine. If you don't know, you should cover up your pumpkin with a sheet or a blanket or a tarp or something to keep the sun off of it. Keep scratches from happening. Sorry, we're gonna do this. Jiggle you around a little bit. I haven't measured it, but what did I say? Well, this is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 days old. So, not too bad. Not that great. Not too bad either. Day 20 days, day 20 measurements. You know, some people say they're important, some people say they're not. I don't know. It is what it is. This one was the day before. So what do we say? That was 17, so this one's 18 days old, which I don't think. I'll have to look up my records. That doesn't sound right. But 2118 Baron. This plant is massive, just utterly massive. It's probably at least 30 feet wide and at least 30 feet long. Just have a little bit more area to fill in over there. And I'm bringing these secondary vines in again to fill here. This pumpkin looks awesome. A lot like Ted last year. Might have another kind of big wheel type shape. It's got a really good looking color on it. And yeah, so knock on wood, excited about this one too. Sorry, hold on. Guess I could hit the pause button, but we're going live, full live. As I walk through, get a peek of my sweet flip-flops and sandals. 2350 Ginger Tiger King plant. Another awesome plant. Go figure, my 2 smallest plants are now my 2 biggest plants. Check out the stump. Also, something you shouldn't do is run your drip tape over your stump, but there it is. So don't do that. Let's go look at the pumpkin. And typical, this is the one that is kicking the most butt. Look at my tomato bushes. I have tomato bushes every year now, apparently. This one is 19 days old. It is huge. This is my biggest day 20. Well, it's not even day 20. Day 19, it's 180 inches, which is pretty substantial. actually, you know, and the giant pumpkin growers even say that that's a good number. So pretty excited about that. The color's phenomenal. I did measure it today for the first time for that 180 inch measurement. So tomorrow's day 20, and that's when I kind of really start tracking them. I'll measure them every 7 days or so, Tuesday-ish, so that I can tell you good people how big they are. But 180 inches, and I don't remember what that equates to in pounds. There's a chart. If you don't know, the GPC makes a chart. You take those inches, you put it up against the chart, that gives you your weight. This is where the pumpkin, I cut off the vine right there, and then I throw down some worm casting because there was an abundance of roots right there. Peeled back a few tertiary vines, gonna fill that in a smidgen. And last but not least, since hopefully you did watch that video where we had to cut that pumpkin off with my son, this is our last chance on this plant. Our last good chance. I pollinated this on July, I don't even remember. I have it marked down. But, you know, it looks, knock on wood, looks pretty good. I think it was July 3rd. July 3rd, maybe. So this one's 10 days old. That sounds young. I'm not sure. So, you know, it's at the end of the plant, which, you know, could be good if I decide that something back there is really rocking and rolling. I can whack off the back half of this plant and go through, or I can take this one, pick it early. We'll see. It gives me options. Whereas if the pumpkin would have been right there, it would have been literally right in front of the door, and I would have had very little choice but to take this one first, irregardless. So that's it for the week. Hopefully you're still with us. Holy moly, 12 minutes. Appreciate you watching, sticking with us. If you have questions, comment below. Always happy to answer them. We are way ahead of last year, knock on wood. Maybe about 3 weeks ahead of last year. Things are looking good. I need to cut off that secondary backup pumpkin back there. And that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Like the video, share, subscribe. Talk to you next week. Have a good one.